Hello, hello, welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
Not Matt.
On today's episode, we're talking about Balcones once again. Today we have in front of us their Blue Corn Bourbon. This is the cask strength version.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about this particular Balcones product?
Because there's a lot of this one, isn't there?
Yeah, this is the Balcones Texas Blue Corn Bourbon. This is a 63.5% version this is the 2021 version given to me by Gabe and Jared were at the Bastards Ball. They said, take this home and review it for us, please. I said, of course I will, because it's delicious. I also have we're not going to review these today. Another point, I have a 2018 and 2017 as well. But we'll cover those at another point in time. But so anyway, so we covered the regular red label. The red label is made up of this Blue Corn Bourbon, their wheated bourbon, and their high rye bourbon. So I told you someone would get to three of them. Well, here's the first one. We have the other two as well, which we'll get to you guys at some point in time. So anyway, so this, like I said, is 63.5%, which is a whopping 127 proof, which we really appreciate. 38 months old, 100% blue corn bourbon. Obviously, they had enzymes, otherwise there's no else to make this stuff ferment. Anyway, it's of course in a variety of new charred oak casks because the requirement of being bourbon, not their their other bourbon products. Or blue corn products like the True Blue and Baby Blue. Those have to all be used casks, since those are corn whiskeys. But we'll get to those also at another time. They originally sourced the blue corn from the Hopi Indians in New Mexico, but of course they used as much as they could until they took all the stuff that they could produce. So now they also get a co-op in New Mexico and in the Midwest to grow some for them as well. It is non-chill filtered, non-colored, as all of their products are. So let's see what we think of this awesome product released once a year by Balcones.
And not proofed down in this version.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm happy about that part.
Woo.
And I can get it right there on the nose and makes me happy.
Man, you do not have to stick your nose far into the glass for the smells to start popping up on this one.
Beautiful.
Can we smell?
Beautiful caramels, honeys, vanillas, marzipans.
Mm-hmm. Brown
high
sugar.
cacao chocolate.
Vanilla and toffee.
Toffee.
And coffee. I'm getting like a dark roast coffee in there.
Ungrinded bean.
Yeah.
Cream brulee with that burnt sugar and thick vanilla custard. A little bit of black tea along with that
tobacco,
coffee.
Ash, some leather.
I was going to say heavy into like a leather and then barrel char is what I'm picking.
It's very dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's very dark.
Totally.
Yeah, I'd say molasses before I'd say honey.
Yeah, like it's also got like a cotton candy sweetness to it as well, like some sage and oak mixed into it.
I'm not picking that up, Matt. I'm not picking up those bright, shiny cotton candy notes.
I'm picking up sweetness, but not necessarily from that. For me,
I am finding like a raspberry,
cherry.
Yeah, kind of sweetness going on in there.
Dark, yeah.
It's like a natural sweetness.
Smells good.
There's a lot going on in this glass.
When the cotton candy, I get it like when I'm here. When I'm totally in the glass, I don't get it. But when you get it to like here, I get this cotton candy sweetness thing you said turns into that much darker sweetness, or like molasses sweetness once you get closer to it. I don't know. I like that. It changes.
I get the molasses.
Your nose closeness to the glass. Cinnamon, barrel char.
Oh, good night.
So much leather.
Leather and
char.
Ash and like a smoking cigar, just the ash on the end of the cigar.
Mm-hmm. Cigar wrapper for sure.
There's also a really nice drying, oily sensation to it. With that,
and then go ahead.
With that coffee and sweetness.
Yeah.
Like a bitter coffee.
Yeah, bitter, dark, as dark as you can get roast coffee.
Yeah.
Mixed with like a dark cacao as well, like a dark chocolate.
Absolutely.
As well.
Then you still have those vanillas and that cinnamon and those, typical bourbon notes you get. They're just not as prominent. This is a very rich, deep, dark bourbon.
Yeah, it's got like a lot of nougat and toffee with this, like you said, that deep, like an apple, black cherry, with some cinnamon and navel oranges, little almond flakes in there, like oily coconut even, with some buttercream and cappuccino froth with some black pepper. It's a lot going on.
The apple on the nose with a drop of water just explodes.
I get a little bit of the almost mango papaya on the very back end of this particular bourbon.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
You put water in it?
I did.
I could see that.
And all the fruit came alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that mango papaya and stuff you were talking about just kind of woke up in the glass, both on the nose. I was finding more apple, but there's absolutely just more fruit going on in all.
They do encourage you to add water to this to your liking to see what you think.
Oh, the oils separate and fracture and go crazy. The palate journey changes massively.
It's not as rich, dark, deep. It's still there, but kind of like on a medium level versus without the water. It's just as dark, like.
Yeah, the char level to me just got turned down.
Yeah, which allowed everything else to come forward.
Kind of shine through. I agree with you completely on that. I get more of the fruitiness.
And I got that without the water just on the back end. And here with the water, it's more on mid palate and coming forward more. I wonder
That's crazy.
Right.
One drop of water, that whole oily charness just like disappears.
Yeah, it just kind of doesn't disappear really. It just kind of
dissipates some. Spreads out.
Allows for other flavors to be known.
Yeah. Because there's still char there. And I still get some of those dark notes, the coffee and whatnot, but it's not as prominent.
No.
So either way, you can't go wrong with adding some water to this particular one.
Which definitely means that's going to stand up to a cube.
Oh, yeah, definitely going to stand
up. And it's going to change.
Even at the 120 whatever proof we got here, it would stand up to a cube.
Yeah.
But the changes that would happen with a cube are going to be so much better than just your normal bourbon on a cube or your normal high proof bourbon on a cube.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
Just because of how much of
like
the fruit
a pumpkin roll now. You get a pumpkin roll of cream cheese now on the nose with that water drop.
Interesting.
That smells so good. Yeah, and so in the second sip of water, the barrel char for me returns big time.
Oh yeah.
But then with more fruit.
Almost like you would take that fruit and throw it on the grill for a little bit.
Yeah, grilled fruit, like a grilled cherry with some like Granny Smith apples.
Yeah. I got like a grilled pineapple.
Definitely. Ooh. I don't know. Both ways, it's really good.
It's an ever-changing little dram. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I think if you just sat this out, and who knows what it'll do in 15 minutes, it'll probably turn something else magical. It's Balcones. What a surprise. It's good.
Yeah, 100% true. Well,
it's delicious. I love their stuff. I love this bourbon. One of my favorite, probably non-Kentucky bourbons for sure. Probably one of the best bourbons in Texas. Them and Iron Root are two favorites for sure for bourbon. So,
agreed.
Yeah. For corn. Yeah. For what they're doing with corns.
I'm wearing their shirt for Pete's sake.
That's true.
There's a reason why I have this shirt. But again, I mean, Balcones knocks it out of the park. Can't go wrong. If you're able to pick up a bottle of this, I'm assuming it's a distillery only.
No, this one's on. This one you can actually get at stores. This one they've actually. The good thing is, back when these came out in like 2017, these were like 80. They've come down to 60, so they've actually come down in price. So price is very reasonable on these to get them in their cask strength. I mean, you can get them at most like Goody Goodies, Total Wine, Specs. They pretty much all carry them. I think someone Rod will get them as well. I don't know if they have any currently, but I know that he does have them in the past. So it's definitely
Goody Goody last night. I didn't see it
around. So
it's not at the new Goody Goody in Bedford. So
we didn't see it, but we were also looking for it.
But good to know to keep my eye out open for it. Because I would definitely pay $60 for this with the ever-changing possibilities. You know, you're in a mood for something deep and dark, just drink it as it is. You want something a little bit lighter and fruitier, but still a little deep and dark, add a couple drops of water. You know, you can't go wrong with a bourbon like this.
I'm willing to bet if you were to dilute this down to closer to 80, it'd be just a fruit bomb.
Probably.
So, yeah, whatever you're in the mood for.
All right. Good job, Balcones.
Thanks, Jared and Gabe. We appreciate it.
Appreciate the chance to get to try this. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell and come hang out with us live on Monday nights. And until next time,
keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass. Cheers.
You're right. It sits there, it gets fruitier and fruitier.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like nerds.
Nerds.
Yeah. Like the mixed berries.
The mixed nerd fruit flavor, whatever that one's called.
Yeah, the mixed berry ones, the ones that have just all sorts of different ones.
Yeah, that one.
Keep on crusading for better liquids in your glass.
Cheers. I'm more about feelings.
Oh, you said liquids instead of whiskey, by the way.